We understand the importance of education. We understand the importance of education. Will you invite? Will you invite? Should it explore normally? Should it explore normally? Don't forget to buy milk, my mom told me. Don't forget to buy milk, my mom told me. The bus arrives in 15 minutes. The bus arrives in 15 minutes. I could wear. I could wear. His friend was a manager. His friend was a manager. My sister's birthday is next week. My sister's birthday is next week. I will be in bed at 10 p.m. I will be in bed at 10 p.m. Were your parents detectives? Were your parents detectives? It shouldn't cost a week or two. It shouldn't cost a week or two. Was his brother a painter? Was his brother a painter? The piano is the hardest instrument to learn. The piano is the hardest instrument to learn. Shall we go to the grocery store at noon? Shall we go to the grocery store at noon? Is Vlad aware? Is Vlad aware? I am the oldest. I am the oldest. Shouldn't we be accountants at sunset? Shouldn't we be accountants at sunset? The sun set behind the mountains. The sun set behind the mountains. Is his brother a geographer? Is his brother a geographer? Will it include? Will it include? Do you have any advice? Do you have any advice? I have a date with Smith. I have a date with Smith. Was my mother-in-law a caregiver? Was my mother-in-law a caregiver? Are our grandparents boxers? Are our grandparents boxers? You will graduate from university in a few months. You will graduate from university in a few months. Don't you reduce? Don't you reduce? Can't we be a weekly clerk? Can't we be a weekly clerk? Even though the budget is tight, we can still run it. Even though the budget is tight, we can still run it. I can connect. I can connect. I read an interesting article about climate change. I read an interesting article about climate change. His wife is a detective. His wife is a detective. Do you need any special help? Do you need any special help? I'm not a part. I'm not a part. It can fix the broken chair. It can fix the broken chair. To trust. To trust. Can't he tempt? Can't he tempt? Our outdoor seating area is very popular. Our outdoor seating area is very popular. Doesn't he suspect? Doesn't he suspect? The glass was full of water. The glass was full of water. Would you refuse? Would you refuse? He's going to buy a present for his girlfriend. He's going to buy a present for his girlfriend. His daughter was an actuary. His daughter was an actuary. He should not be a leading actor after midnight. He should not be a leading actor after midnight. As far as I know, as far as I know, the World Bank is one of the major international organizations responsible for providing financial assistance to developing countries. The World Bank is one of the major international organizations responsible for providing financial assistance to developing countries. Apart from that, the most important thing is that we finish the project. Apart from that, the most important thing is that we finish the project. If I see him, I'll tell him the news. If I see him, I'll tell him the news. Should take a step. Should take a step. Cold weather. Cold weather. The scissors are not here. The scissors are not here. They go shopping for new clothes. They go shopping for new clothes. Will it be cold at 3 p.m.? Will it be cold at 3 p.m.? His stepmother was a stockbroker. His stepmother was a stockbroker. Is he rarely a teacher? Is he rarely a teacher? She works as a teacher and she is a nurse. She works as a teacher and she is a nurse. I have a lot of homework to do. I have a lot of homework to do. There are some books on the shelf if you're interested. There are some books on the shelf if you're interested. I can laugh. I can laugh. I think we should avoid crowded places. I think we should avoid crowded places. If it's not dirty, I'll go out. If it's not dirty, I'll go out. I shouldn't swim occasionally. I shouldn't swim occasionally. I feel happy when I see the rainbow. I feel happy when I see the rainbow. I've already seen that movie. I've already seen that movie. I can't wait to spend time with my friends and family. I can't wait to spend time with my friends and family. When I was young. When I was young. Are we going to launch the sun? Are we going to launch the sun? When the party's over, they'll be partying for 5 hours. When the party's over, they'll be partying for 5 hours. My brother has a dog named Max. My brother has a dog named Max. Students will write their essays for 1 hour. Students will write their essays for 1 hour. She goes shopping after work. She goes shopping after work. The house is beyond repair. The house is beyond repair. Giraffe has the longest neck among land animals. Giraffe has the longest neck among land animals. The tree was planted in the garden. The tree was planted in the garden. How often does it come to us? How often does it come to us? Are their stepmothers the judge? Are their stepmothers the judge? We lived in that apartment for 2 years. We lived in that apartment for 2 years. Wouldn't he choose? Wouldn't he choose? He needs to learn to play the guitar. He needs to learn to play the guitar. Can be technician every year. Can be technician every year. Does he walk? Does he walk? We shouldn't shout after one night. We shouldn't shout after one night. If you had set the alarm, we wouldn't have gotten much sleep. If you had set the alarm, we wouldn't have gotten much sleep. Doesn't he eat later? Doesn't he eat later? I read a book after lunch. I read a book after lunch. After 3 seconds, you are not judged. After 3 seconds, you are not judged. The director of the company resigned after a financial scandal. The director of the company resigned after a financial scandal. They discuss the problem with their teacher. They discuss the problem with their teacher. Is there a fresh deli counter in the store? Is there a fresh deli counter in the store? Let me take a picture of you in front of the monument. Let me take a picture of you in front of the monument. We cannot travel at dawn. We cannot travel at dawn. My family loves hiking and so do I. My family loves hiking and so do I. Who exactly should I send this message to? Who exactly should I send this message to? He has read a newspaper. He has read a newspaper. His grandfathers were mediators. His grandfathers were mediators. What is your favorite animal? What is your favorite animal? My math skills are worse than my sister's. My math skills are worse than my sister's. Weren't they often translators? Weren't they often translators? He uses a smartphone to stay connected. He uses a smartphone to stay connected. They studied for their exams. They studied for their exams. English is spoken by people in many different countries. English is spoken by people in many different countries.